Cheide.
For this 3-minute rules, we will be looking at the shooting phase, and in particular the sub-phase choose a target, range, firing limitations, and shooting into combat. All of this can be found on page 39 of the large 8th edition rulebook. All missile weapons have a maximum range that indicates the furthest distance they can shoot. So for example, short bows can shoot 18 inches, bows can shoot 24 inches, and long bows can shoot 30 inches. A detailed summary of all the shooting weapons and their ranges can be found on page 88. Now, a model can normally only shoot at a target if it lies within its maximum range of the weapon it is shooting with. The one exception to this is when a unit stands and shoots. Here we assume that the charging enemy has entered the weapon's range before the unit shoots. In this case, if we assume that the Empire archers now are using bows, they have a maximum range of 24 inches. If we look here, they are at 10 inches distance from the silver helms, which means they are able to fire with their weapon's maximum distance. But not only that, they are within short range, less than half of the distance, 12 inches, of that weapon. All models in a unit have to shoot at the same target. Due to the relative positions of the shooting unit or the target, it might happen that some models in a firing unit can shoot the target, while other models in the unit cannot. In this specific case, this unit of Empire archers has 2 of its archers with their line of sight entirely blocked by this wall. In this case, we can say that only 8 of the Empire archers are able to fire onto the silver helms. Other situations that may prevent an entire unit from shooting include that the target may be out of the forward arc or completely obscured by terrain or other models for some of the unit, and sometimes some models in the shooting unit will be out of range of the target. In these situations, you're free to continue with the shot, but only those models permitted to shoot the target and that have it within their weapon's range will fire. Finally, models are not permitted to shoot at enemies that are engaged in close combat for the simple reason that there's too much danger of hitting a friend. So in this case, were the High Elf Silver Helms to be engaged in combat with this unit of Empire Archers, this unit of Empire Archers would not be able to fire at the Silver Helms. The reason you are not allowed to shoot into combat is simple. Remember that while a fight may look like 2 separate blocks of troops fighting head-to-head, in this case, it is actually a swirling melee where no one stays still long enough to offer a safe shot. This is actually a better representation of how a combat would actually play out, and as you can see here in this case, the risk of hitting your own troops is very high in such a situation. It is important to note, however, that some war machine weapons, particularly those that use templates such as rock lobbers, can accidentally hit friends while aiming at the enemy. The key word here, however, though, is accidentally. You cannot purposefully aim a template so that some of your models will be hit. See page 108 for more details on war machines. With this, we come to the conclusion of this 3-minute rules on the shooting phase and the sub-phase choose a target, range, firing limitations, and shooting into combat. Thank you for joining us today here at Grey Army Gaming, where Grey can always play.